Welcome back to more Tenchu.
While you were chasing Onikage in the castle, Meo, the king of hell, kidnapped Princess Kiku, Lord Goda's only daughter. Lord Goda and his advisors are too shocked by the kidnapping for any thought or action. With Princess Kiku as a hostage, Meo's evil power is unlimited. You are Lord Goda's only hope. You must rescue the princess and destroy Meo.
If you've seen my Birth of the Stealth Assassins playthrough, you know why Kiku is Goda's only child. Although you would think he would have remarried. He is the leader of a land, after all. He could have done it. Then again, maybe he loved, I don't remember what her name was, enough that he didn't want to remarry. And I respect that too. So this area is snowing for some reason. And how did Ricky and Maru figure out where Kiku is being held? They never answer that. At least I explained with my interlude video how Ayame found her. No answers, I guess. This is a long ass level and it's pretty annoying. I'm still not sure which one I like less, this or Mission 8. I think in Mission 8, I might have said I picked that one over this one. If so, it would only be because that level has pitfalls. You will be seeing a lot of me not getting stealth kill animations because I need to hit the enemy and get away really quickly. And you can't do that when you're in a stealth kill animation. Be careful here. Sometimes there's an archer there, so you want to be careful of that. You might consider going the other way. Enemies in this level aren't really spaced out very much, so you have to get creative when dealing with them. One thing I always found funny about these games, enemies never react to seeing a pair of hands with a sword or blades hanging on a ledge. In this case, with dogs or hellhounds or wolves, I don't have an issue with that because I can easily see them not paying attention nor caring. In this case, the enemies that we deal with are going to be some sort of demons. And they actually gave them demon sounds, unlike the dudes in Mission 8. So I appreciate that. I don't know how smart those guys are, so maybe it's understandable. And I really wish they had thrown more of everything that you've had to deal with in this game at you. We just get essentially wolves, the fire-breathing demons, spear guys, sword guys, and archers. Those are our enemies. We should have seen those dudes with the sais. I'm assuming they're sais. They could be just some sort of knives. Either way, both of them and the girls that wield those weapons are annoying as fuck. But they should have been in here. Not to mention the claw guys. I got the same enemy layout with Ayame when I played this mission. I'm going to run into another situation where one of the enemies that's supposed to be over here doesn't spawn. The music in this level is really annoying, especially this part right here. Now this part is actually okay. This part kind of sounds like The Exorcist, and it's the only part of the soundtrack for this level that I actually kind of like. This bit here is alright as well. Oh god. But the rest of the soundtrack fucking sucks. And it's a shame too, because the rest of this game soundtrack is fucking great. So I don't know how they screwed up so bad with this one. So this is why you're seeing me run away here, because on Ayame's run, again with the same layout, there was another dude over there. They were actually lumped together, which was really annoying trying to get them without getting spotted. I managed with liberal use of save states. I guess I should be thankful the other one didn't spawn because it makes recording easier. Except it didn't because I kept expecting him to be there. So I kept running around trying to spawn him. Right, this area, that's basically the cover for this room. 4 little poles and then one big block in the center. I'm not really sure what the purpose of this area is. I'm assuming it's some kind of temple. I suggested that in the interlude video I created, and that's what I'm going with. And that's one of the weird sounds that these demons make. They're essentially reskinned crazy cultists that were affected by that stone in Mission 6. And I am glad they brought them back. I actually like these guys. They make funny sounds. They don't block. They're really only annoying if you're fighting them plus other dudes. And every time I take somebody out, I run away because this game has a habit of randomly spawning somebody, and I'm trying to not get spotted. But I'm assuming this is some sort of temple worshiping Lord Mayonnaise. But I don't know that for sure. So I gotta be careful when getting this guy. Get him. And then get the hell away. I'm not looking to get spotted. So it is unfortunate I won't be able to have too many stealth kill animations, but I am trying to get a Grandmaster ranking. Yeah, this soundtrack is really fucking annoying. It's like it doesn't really understand what it wants to be, which is something me and a couple friends talked about in one of the Birth of the Stealth Assassins videos where I put this music on one of the levels. Turn around, you goofy bastard. It's weird, we will see these guys in Wrath of Heaven, and you need a special sword to kill them. I don't know why they didn't just make a different type of demon. Actually, they might have. I can't remember, it's been a long time. Although that will be the next game that I play. You guys will get to see my Tenchu Fatal Shadows playthrough from 2014, which, yes, I already know the microphone quality is awful on that one. Nothing that can be done about it. I guess you could say they give you just enough environment to deal with these guys, but you do have to be careful. Fortunately, this guy doesn't see me somehow, and I'm not going to complain. And I will be cutting a lot of my waiting because a lot of these enemies just will not turn around, and nobody wants to sit there and watch that. I have been watching a playthrough of these games, which is actually pretty entertaining, but the guy cuts everything. It's like a clip show, and it's kind of annoying. And I say that as somebody who does a lot of edits.
I see. You have come to meet your fate.
So, you've returned. This time, you won't come back.
How naive. You can't beat me when I try.
We'll find out.
What are you gonna do, dance? That's seriously all you do. So kind of like in Mission 4, I talked about the boss in that level, fighting him on uneven ground. That's kind of the case here too. So like I talked about in that mission, but I didn't do it, I decided to lure him out here just so that there was at least even ground and not a whole lot of environmental objects to get stuck on, because as Ayame, that happened a lot. And you are going to see him use the health potion. Unfortunately, I couldn't stop him in time. Unfortunately, that means I'm going to take some damage that I shouldn't have to take. And what's with the name of this guy's boss? Lord Mayo? What's next? King Ketchup? Master Mustard? Where does it end? My God, the condiments are taking over! Something fun about this level. You can actually lure him all the way back to that bridge near the water. And if you can bait him into it, he'll fall into the water and die instantly. Just like a normal enemy. So I like that you can do that. It takes forever to lure him there, so it's really not worth it. Unless you're really desperate to save on health. But if you use a bunch of grenades, which is what I'm gonna do on the final boss, you really don't need much in the way of health if you're good at it. With the final boss, you can get into a rhythm where you can just use grenades. This is really the last major challenge. That was my fault. I tried to perform a different move just to vary up the combat a little bit. God forbid I tried to do something a little different just to make things more interesting. The thing that sucks about him using the health potion is we get more of this. This is basically the boss battle. Bitch, I'm bringing it. You fuck off. And stop dancing.
Stop! You have won. Your princess Kiki's held below, guarded by Lord Mayor himself. I will see you in hell.
Onikage, I destroyed you, and your master Mayo is next.
That's right, Lord Mayonnaise. We're coming for him! That is such a stupid name. Maybe it's different in Japanese, but to me, it's kind of a stupid name. It's so easy to make fun of. But I don't know, maybe Mayo is a Japanese demon in Japanese lore. I don't know. I would like to know more about different cultures, but I don't. I could let this thing live, but I want the Grandmaster ranking, so I want as many points as I can get. There is going to be some in-game bullshit where it looks like an enemy spots me. I don't know if it counts, but it does show on the radar as if an enemy spots me. So I want to rack up as many points as I can get. Plus, these are demons, and we can't let them live. And fortunately, there's a health potion. We will find a couple of those. I probably should have used it. I'm not going to take any more damage the rest of the mission. This is a far cry from my original playthroughs of this game. This is my 4th time playing this game for YouTube, though the other 3 times were on my old channel. This was actually the first Let's Play I ever did, was of this game. Yeah, so to the right, there's a demon plus an archer, and then a guy over here. I could probably have just left this guy alone, but like I said, I want points. But dealing with the demon and the archer can be tricky. Die, motherfucker. Not only is this my favorite game of all time, this is also the first game I've ever played where you're in a 3D environment. So it's the first game where I actually got to kind of picture what the game environment might look like if I was walking through it. Obviously, it's very bare bones. I've talked about that in this playthrough. But I do find that fun. And I was annoyed here because I got the stealth kill animation. I wanted to just hit the enemy and run. And I was worried with all the twirling he's doing that I would be turned around and discombobulated and that the enemy would see me. Fortunately, he did not. which is very nice. Look, I know I've sucked off this game's soundtrack throughout this LP, but to repeat myself, this music is not good. Every time we get to that part that sounds like something scratching, it just annoys me. So this area, if you move too quickly, sometimes you will have a lot of frame rate issues on the PS1. I didn't notice it really there, but I'm also playing on emulator. And get away really quickly. The last time I came this way, I got a stealth kill animation on him, but there's a dude right here and he saw me. Unfortunately, you are still visible when doing the stealth kill animations. And this is a long ass level, so I do not want to have to replay it. That is not on my to-do list. It's also worth mentioning that you cannot go back to the start of this level once you jump down here. So do everything you need to do before fighting Onikage, because you cannot go back. This is the level I was dreading the most once I started this Let's Play, just because of how long it is. Even though I now have save states, so it's not like I had to complete it in one go. I did, but I didn't have to. And recording this mission still took me almost an hour. It just takes forever because of all the waiting and trying to figure out how to deal with the enemies, given the layout that you have to do if you're going for a good rank. Like I said, that first area, they really don't give you much in the way of cover. But we are making our way through this level pretty quickly now. At least it seems that way. And I'm not sure if those are skeletons or dudes chained up. It would have been nice to see them twitching and hear them screaming in pain. But the PS1 era did limit what game devs could do. And now I get to show off an item I have not used this playthrough. This is the chameleon spell. You need at least 2 for this level. I would like to have brought a 3rd, but I need every grenade I can take. And there is a grenade or 2 in this level, but I don't know where they're located on this layout. I probably walked right past one. Sometimes there's a demon over there. Right, so this part gave me the most trouble. So there's a dude right here. This is where I wish I had another chameleon, because the layout that we've got, I'm going to need the other chameleon spell for another enemy. That would not be too bad, except there's an archer right there who can spot you. And then you're going to have enemies freaking out, and somebody falls into the lava. I don't know what enemy is falling into lava, but he's eventually going to die from it. I don't know if it's an enemy on the other side of a wall, or if there's another enemy down there I wasn't aware of. I do like that enemies can not only hurt each other, but can also get hurt by and killed by the traps in the environment. That is pretty cool. This was the first game I ever played where that could happen. Oddly enough, I can't think of too many games I've played after this where that can happen. Now I need to deal with this archer. And this does take me a while, but the power of editing will save us all having to watch me wait. And I did move up a little bit on this platform. Thankfully, I was able to do that without getting spotted. That enemy has to be close because I can hear it burning on the lava. The bodies will do that whenever they die on lava. but they have an enemy that's very nastily placed coming up. And it's the last Mook enemy in the game. Obviously, if you have a different layout, then that can change. I wonder if there's a default enemy layout the first time you play a mission. Because it seemed like I kept getting the same layouts as both characters. Sometimes there's a healing potion or a grenade over there. I was really hoping for another grenade. As Ayame, I didn't have enough grenades to take out the final boss. And in case you need it, there is another healing potion. So we are stacked on health, and I'm not going to need it. But it's nice to have. Be very careful here because you can fuck up and end up in the lava, and you cannot get out as far as I know. I'm pretty sure I've tried. Ah, blessed silence. So nice compared to that music we were getting.
So, you killed Onikage. Who would have thought it possible?
Tell me where Princess Kiku is.
Do not concern yourself with the girl. Think about saving your own skin.
This boss battle music is awesome. Well, Mayonnaise, the mission is called Save the Princess, not Save My Own Skin. And you'll see what's going to happen at the end of this game. You never know, we may not be getting out of here alive. But if you time this right, you can just grenade him. With Ayame, I had the same amount of grenades, but I didn't have enough. But this time around, the same amount worked, so I'm not sure why. Get up. I'm pretty sure I used to play this on easy because I had an easier time doing this back in the PS1 days. This took me a couple tries. King of Hell can't stand up to a grenade. And it's interesting that he takes longer and longer to get up the more damage he takes.
No! This cannot be. A mere human.
All of Lord Goda's enemies die by this blade.
Rikimaru!
Princess Kiku, you're safe.
Ayame saved me, but I was scared.
Rikimaru, it's dangerous here. We'd better get out.
This looks bad. Ayame, come on.
What? We're trapped.
Ayame, hurry! take my sword and go!
Kiku, come on!
Kiku!
And this is another banger of a track, which I'm going to talk over. Well, that's it. Another walkthrough by a blind man done. And as I do at the end of all my playthroughs, victory sip. I'm really happy I came back to this game. I really love this one. It's my favorite game of all time for a reason. Does it hold up as well as I remember? It's more buggy than I remember it being. But I looked back on my old Let's Plays of this game, and the last one I'd done, I definitely noticed the issues. But over the last 9 years, I'd completely forgotten about them. But I still love it, even with its flaws. Now, what this series is in desperate need of is a remaster. At the very least, the PS1 and 2 games combined. Stealth Assassins, Birth of the Stealth Assassins, Fatal Shadows, and Wrath of Heaven. That would be a banger of a collection, and I would buy it just to support the franchise, even though I already have the games. It would give them an opportunity to make the games look a little nicer, but most importantly, fix some of the dated aspects of these games. They could give you an option to not use tank controls, maybe try to fix some of the bugs in these PS1 games where enemies can spot you through walls, and possibly add some features from later games into the PS1 games. I'm not sure, I don't know how that all works, but it would be really nice. Just give the series to the folks that did the Soul Reaver and Tomb Raider remasters. I think it could work. And it's on my wish list because we're not going to get a remake or a continuation of this series, I'm pretty sure. The soundtrack is very close to a perfect 10 out of 10, if not for one track. But they make up for that with an awesome closing credits theme and great boss battle themes for Onikage and Mayonnaise. So overall, I would still say this is the best game soundtrack I have ever heard. And there are some damn good ones out there too. And I hope that came across in the interlude video that I was trying to set up how Ayame was able to show up at the end of the game. I'm hoping that made sense because that was the whole reason I started creating interlude missions for this Let's Play. I'm going to show off the Ayame cutscenes and then I will show off my rank to end the video.
I see. You have come to meet your fate.
Don't make me laugh. How many times do I have to kill you?
How naive. You can beat me when I try.
Is that so? Well then, you don't have to worry about this!
Stop! You have won. Your Princess Kiku is held below, guarded by Lord Mayor himself. I will see you in hell.
Now that I'm warmed up, it's time for Lord Mayo.
So, you killed Onikage. Who would have
never thought it possible.
Mayo, shut up and tell me where Kiku is.
Do not concern yourself with the girl. Think about saving your own skin. No! This cannot be. A mere human.
Huh, good riddance. And don't come back!
Ayame!
Princess! I'm so glad you're safe.
Rikimaru saved me, but I was scared.
Ayame, it's unsafe here. We must leave now.
And that's it. An entire Grandmaster run completed. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a blast, and I will see you on whatever I do next.